Hi, everybody. I am Christina Joe, and I am loving life. I'm here today to talk about getting up out of bed in the morning. I was reading a post the other day from a good friend of mine, and she was talking about going on a hike with some dreaded morning people. And that really just made me giggle because I am a morning person, and I didn't realize that people saw me as dreaded for being a morning person. So I thought that was just really funny. And I wanted to talk about it a little bit today because, interestingly enough, I have not always been a morning person. Yes, I am one now. That's mostly because I have children. And when my kids were really young, I sort of lost hope on sleeping in ever again. And I sort of lost hope on sleeping through the night, really. So I decided to get used to being up in the morning, and I made peace with it, and I found ways to make it better to be up in the morning. And over the years, I really have become a morning person. Now it's simply because I have a teenager and a young adult son, and they sleep in now. And so morning time is my time. I have about 3 hours every morning, a lot of mornings before I see anybody up in my house. And that is very refreshing for me to have that time. So I'm not here today to try and convince you to be a morning person. If you're not a morning person, I get that, and that's fine. Fact of the matter is, though, you still have to get out of bed. So I'm here today to try and help you understand some ways that might make getting out of bed a little bit easier for you. Because really, how you start your day can affect how much you're loving life for the rest of the day. It wasn't long ago where I actually got up out of bed on the wrong side of the bed. I woke up in a mood. I woke up quickly, and I thought something had happened, and I quickly stood up and got up to fix it. And was I ever in a bad mood? And as the day sort of progressed, even though I did my normal meditation and my yoga workout, I still just felt off, and I realized, wow, did I ever just wake up differently this morning? And I was amazed to realize just how long it's been since I've woken up that way, and how much I appreciate how I normally wake up. It has been a lot of years since I have had a clock beside my bed, because I do wake up through the night, and I don't like to see every hour go past and like to know what time I'm up during the night. So I took away the clock, and I also didn't like waking up to an alarm. I don't believe that waking up and greeting your day is meant every day to be an alarming experience like an emergency. And these sounds that come out of our devices to wake us up are just awful sometimes. And so I first started getting a nicer thing to listen to on my alarm. And then I started training myself into a few different new habits. And those are the things that I'd like to share with you today. Not that I really love having routine or habits, because having routine and habits means that if my day doesn't go just so, that means, all hell's going to break loose for that reason too. And I'm not interested in having that. But there are some habits that you have now that maybe you could break and just put in some new ideas. So one of those things to help you to get rid of having to have an alarm to wake you up is just to set the intention before you go to bed to wake up 5 minutes before your alarm goes off, just so that you don't have to listen to the sound. You can actually wake up and turn it off and not have to hear it. So just before you go to bed, say, I'm going to do what I can to wake up before my alarm goes off so that I don't have to wake up to that sound. And if you do that often enough, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. It will take some practice and it will take some determination. You may forget one night and then remember a few nights in a row, but see what you can do about creating that sort of new intention before you go to sleep at night. The next thing that I would suggest is that you set your alarm for 20 minutes before you have to get up. Now, I used to do this. I used to hit my snooze probably about 4 or 5 times. I could go usually even an hour and a half. I would snooze my alarm. I would set it that early in the morning. So that is not really what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about sucking those last few minutes of sleep out of the night. It's not turn off the alarm to go back to sleep. It's turn off the alarm to wake up. So if you set your alarm 20 minutes early, the first time you turn it off, don't say, oh, I'm going back to sleep. And again, this is an intention that you set before you go to bed at night. Say, the first time when I wake up in the morning, when my alarm goes off, I'm going to turn it off, but I'm not going to go back to sleep. I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to stay awake. And I'm just going to lay in my bed and start my day in a more relaxed fashion. And it starts by saying things like, as soon as you can, when you wake up in the morning, as soon as you can, say, oh, wow, do I ever love my bed? I love waking up in my bed and I love my pillow. I love waking up knowing that I don't have to get out of bed just yet. I love waking up just knowing that I can lie here for a few minutes and we've got the windows open now because it's the spring and I can hear the birds singing and I can just take a minute just to take a few deep breaths and just reorient myself into my day. Not think too much about what the day is about and all the things on my to-do list. It's not about that. It's not about organizing my day. It's about adjusting into my day in a manner that is not rushed, not an emergency, not an alarming. It's relaxing and it's finding things first thing in the morning to love. I love listening to the birds outside my window. I love knowing that my family is still sleeping and I'm going to have a few hours to myself just to do the things that I love to do by myself in the morning. And I love just having this quiet time before I get to my day. I love having a few minutes just to love my bed and love my pillow and just love getting up. It's teaching yourself to learn how to love getting up in the morning so that you can love your day and you can love your life. Give it a try. It might take, 30 days. I encourage you to give it 30 days. Maybe even 7 days would be enough, but just give it enough time to notice a little bit of difference in how you wake up in the morning and how you're able to carry on your day. All right. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.